Check out the link in the description below and you can find a worksheet that goes along with this lesson. Welcome back to Ukulele Corner. So how is it going for you using the CAGED system now to actually navigate the neck and play in different keys using the same shapes? So I hope you're starting to understand this concept. It's good to spend a lot of time really studying your chord scales. So we looked at the key of C. Do it in the other keys and just all you have to know is where the sharps and flats might be. For example, let's look at the key of A. The key of A has 3 sharps in the key signature. So the notes that are in the scale would be A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, and G sharp. C sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Pure memorization. That's all it takes to get to know this. Write it down, spend a week just in the key of A, and you'll become very dear friends after spending some time together. So what if we played A, and remember we talked about our chord scale? The 1 chord is major, the 4 is major, and the 5 is major. 5 could also be dominant 7th. We do that quite a bit. The 2, 3, and 6 chords are minor. The 7 chord is diminished. We're just focusing on major chords right now. So A is 1. A, B, C, D is 4. Then E7, or E, is 5. Here's the E using the D shape, which we commonly use, and often leaving the 4th string open. Or just not playing that note, actually. So A, D, which is going to be a movable shape. And then let's look at doing our E7 shape. We're going to move that into a movable shape, like we did with G7 when we looked at the first example using the starting place as the key is C. So if we're going to do a song that goes 1, 4, 5, which is E7 back to 1. So A, D, E7. Do it again. A, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go to D chord. I'm leaving my first finger free. And then E7, back to A. 1, 4, 5, back to 1. Okay, let's think a bit about how we can make that a movable shape using this concept of the CAGED system that we've been looking at. You always have to free up your first finger. I have these 2 fingers down where I'd be playing A. Now I shift up a fret. Keep that first finger parallel when you lay it down as a bar so you get a good tone, not leaning back here. Let's play in B flat. Now, whenever you use the A shape, your 4 chord is right below it. That's what you want to start to memorize here, is where are your shapes? How do the other shapes relate to the A shape when that's the key center, the 1? This is the 1 chord, your 4 chord is right there, right below it, but using the D shape, up a fret. I sometimes like to it's very convenient if you can work on doing a bar with your 3rd finger. It just falls right down into the chord. Up 2 frets, you'd have your 5 chord and back down. But what we're going to do for the 5 chord is switch around, and we're going to use this shape. This goes 2, 3, 1, 3. 2nd finger, 3rd, 1st, then pinky. It's just like what we did for E7, freeing up the 1st finger and moving up 1 fret. F7. You may have played F before, and F7 like this. We're just adding our pinky on top. Notice how this is perfectly set across 2 frets. 1 chord, 4, 5, 1. If this bar chord is just not happening for you right away, it takes a bit of practice to get the 3rd finger to bar 3 notes and have it curve so that you get the high string open. You often hear that rattling sound, so bring your thumb low. If that's bugging you though, just use a set of different fingers. 2nd finger, 3rd, pinky, and then your 1st plays a high string, or just leave off the lowest pitch. In this key, you can actually hit the open string and it still works. It won't work as well in the other keys. So, but if I'm just playing fingerstyle, and I only play the top 3 strings, you can always do that with any of these CAGED system ideas. Leave out the 4th string, leave out the high string, just play parts of the chord. They still work great. So I'm going to play a 1-4-5-1 progression in the key of B flat using the A shape. Then I'll hold all the fingers down. There's a 4 chord. Now I'm going to do the 5 chord, F7, back to 1. Let's try that together. So B flat. Then we're going to E flat, is the 4 chord. Lots of flats in the key of B flat, right? We have B flat and E flat in the key signature. F7 back to B flat. Let's try it again. B flat. Moves right up. E flat. F7. Back home to B flat. Play in the key of B. You don't have to think about a single thing other than moving up a fret, because that's where B is. So we know that's the note that defines and names this chord, B. My 4 chord is using the D shape right above it. The 5 chord is using the E7 shape. Right there, all in second position. 1, 4, 5, we got it. 4 chord, now that's E, F sharp is, or F sharp 7 is the 5 chord. Let's play in the key of C, move up a fret. C, we just modulated without doing anything new. 4 chord is F, 5 chord is G7, back to 1. Test it out, play open position chords, C, F, you know these chords really well. G7, back to C. We're just playing different inversions, different chord shapes, different voicings they're called of the chord. C goes to the 4 chord is F, 5 chord is G, back to C. Let's move up 2 frets. Let's play in the key of D. 5th fret, same shape for our 4 chord. That's G, and then we're playing A7 now for the 5 chord. So it takes a little while to remember and memorize what all the positions are called. But if you really put the energy in and spend the time, it's so rewarding to do this. It really will help your playing. You can navigate the whole fingerboard. You can just keep going up. So that is the idea of starting with the A shape for your 1 chord. When that is what the key is named after, we can use that shape. And if you're going to say, let's say someone asks you, let's play a song in the key of C, and the chords are C, F, and G7. You have the option of playing your usual low position chords, but now you have the option of using this A shape at the 3rd fret, because remember, there's our C, that 3rd fret, or the note on the 4th string, there's a C as well. That's what names this particular shape. That's where the root of the chord is. Then I know my 4 chord is right above it, 5 chord. I'll play, we looked at the song I-IV-V before, so it goes 1, 5, 1. It just vamps between that, then it stays on a 1. 4 chord, 1 chord. 1 chord, 5 chord, 1. Then vamp, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4. Notice I'm adding a little bit of melody. I can't resist. 1, 5, 1. Vamp, 5, 1. Let's move up to the key of C sharp. 1 fret higher. 1, 4, 1, 1, 5. Now I'm just at the 4th fret. That's all I need to know. Starting that C chord. Just moved up a fret to C sharp. So try to apply this to other songs that you know. Let's say you're using this and suddenly you need a minor chord. We're going to look at that later. We're going to convert our minor chords from open positions up to like G minor, A minor. They're all movable shapes once we add in the 1st finger to cover where the open strings were. But for now, let's say you're playing that and you need an A minor. Just jump down to low position and play the chords that you need to know. So if I did C, A minor, F, G, there's a common progression. It's a 1 going to the 6th chord is A minor, 4 chord is F, 5 chord G or G7. I'll do it with a 6/8 feel. So see, I can go back to a lower position, A minor, it sounds great. 4 chord. Okay, so have fun exploring using the A shape as your 1 chord and relating it to that 4 and 5 until you get comfortable with that. And I'll be right back. The next chord shape that we're going to look after the A is G. So I'll be right back with that, and I'll see you then.